Hello students, in this session we are going to learn the mean and its methods. Chapter number 14, Statistics and solution of problem of exercise 14.1. So let's begin with this, but before going to start the concept of mean, we have to understand the term data. So as we know that data is the collection of informations that is collected and recorded. It can be in the form of numbers, words, measurements, pictures, facts, numerals, and much more. Now we have the two types of data. When we collect that data previously, it was raw data, that also known as ungrouped data. When we arrange the data in groups, or when data is arranged or organized into groups from the raw data, that data is known as the grouped data. For finding the mean of both types of data, we will discuss in this session. As we know that the mean is average. This is the most commonly used measure of central tendency. Now what is the meaning of central tendency? That the value which tends to one representative value, or we can say a value which represents the whole or entire data, is the value is known as the central tendency. The data has the nature to tends towards some of the value which can be the central value. So we have the mean, that is the average of the given data. It is of three types: arithmetic mean, geometric mean, and harmonic mean. In this class we have to study about the arithmetic mean. Generally we say it as mean. In the earlier classes, as we have done, mean is equals to sum of observation divided by total number of observation. It is nothing but the mathematical form of this is summation of xi upon n. One more formula we have done with this, summation fi xi upon summation fi. The formula of this arithmetic mean is fi xi summation of xi upon n. This is for the ungrouped data. In the earlier classes we have done the mean by using this sum of observation divided by total number of observation. This second formula is also for finding the mean by summation of fi xi upon summation fi. It is for the grouped data, or it also can be used for ungrouped data. So here we have the mean for grouped as well as ungrouped data. In this class we have to find out the mean by the methods which we have to study. That first method says direct method, second method says assumed mean method, and third method step deviation method. Direct method we have done with the direct method in the 9th class. As you will recall, if says x bar is equals to or mean is equals to summation of fi xi upon summation fi. This we have done using this formula in the 9th class, mean of the given data. Now let us talk about the assumed mean method, where name itself represents assumed mean. That means we have to suppose some of the value, any one of the value of the given data as a mean. So formula says mean is equals to a plus summation fi di upon summation fi, where this di is xi minus a. Now xi, all the class marks, that is mid values of the class intervals, minus a is the assumed mean from the given class marks. Any one value from the class mark, we can assume it as a. Now the third method says step deviation method. x bar is equals to a plus summation fi ui upon summation fi into h, where h denotes the height of the class, that is difference of upper limit and lower limit is known as the height of the class, or we can say size of the class also. And ui is xi minus a upon h. Now all these three methods gives the same result for the mean. So let's begin with the method assumed mean, as we have done direct method summation fi xi upon summation fi in the 9th class. So you will solve the problems for finding the mean using direct method easily. So let's take the assumed mean method. So for this, let's take the question number 2 of the exercise 14.1, where distribution of daily wages of 50 workers of a factory is given in the grouped data as a class interval 100 to 120, 120 to 140, 140 to 160, 160 to 180, 180 to 200. Now here frequencies are represents for the number of workers as 12, 14, 18, 12, 14, 8, 6 and 10. We have to find the mean daily wages of the workers of the factory by any one method. So let us solve this problem using the assumed mean method. So here, as we know that the difference of the upper limit and lower limit is the height of the class or size of the class. So here when we take height, it becomes 120 minus 100, 140 minus 120, 160 minus 140, 180 minus 180 minus 160, 200 minus 180 becomes 20. That means size of the class intervals are same, is 20. Also, as the class intervals are given, we have to find out the mid values of these class intervals by using the formula class mark, or mid value is lower limit plus upper limit upon 2. So let's take the first class interval 100 to 120. So 100 plus 120 upon 2 becomes 220 upon 2, and it is equals to 110. So we can say the class mark of the class interval 100 to 120 is 110. Similarly, for class interval 120 to 140, we can write it as 120 plus 140 upon 2 is 260 upon 2, that is 130. For the next class 140 to 160, the class mark is 150. For the next class 160 to 180, we have the class mark is 170. And the last 180 to 200, this class mark is 190. Now we can arrange the data in the tabular form. So let's take the table in the next slide, as we have given the class intervals and the frequencies, as we have found the class marks as 110, 130, 150, 170 and 190. Here the sum of the frequencies, given frequencies, is 50. Now by the assumed mean method, when we have to find the mean, the formula says mean is equals to a plus summation of fi di upon summation fi. So first of all we have to find out the di, the deviation, that is xi minus a. Now here a, any one value from this class mark we can assume as a. Here we are taking a is 150. Now let's take 110 minus 150 is equals to 140. Similarly 130 minus 150 is minus 20. Similarly 150 minus 150 is equals to 0. 170 minus 150, again it is 20, and 190 minus 150 is 40. Now here we get the values for the di by using the xi minus a formula. Now next column we have to find out product of frequency and this deviation di. So fi into di we have to find it out. So let's take the product. 12 into minus 140 is minus 480. 14 into minus 20 is equals to minus 280. 8 into 0, that is 0. 6 into 20 is 120. 10 into 40 is 400. Now add up all these negative numbers and the positive numbers. First we have to find the sum of these, then whichever the number is greater we have to subtract from that and place the sign of that particular greater number. So let's take summation of fi di is minus 480 minus 280 plus 0 plus 120 plus 400. Here we get it is equals to 240. Now when we use the formula x bar is equals to a plus summation fi di into upon summation fi, where x bar represents the mean, so mean of the given data, as a is 150. fi di, this summation of fi di we have get as 240. So we have got this 240 upon summation of fi is sum of all the frequencies is 50. So after solving this, these zeros and zeros will cancel out. So we get 24 upon 5 plus 150. Then taking this 750 LCM as 5, 750 plus 24 upon 5 is 774 upon 5. Now this 774 divided by 5 becomes 154.8. Here we can say the mean of the given data is 154.8. That is, mean daily wages of workers is 154.8 rupees. So I hope you understand the concept of assumed mean method and how to find the mean by using this method.